Sure did. It was the 441 piece, love and all that goodness. What's the 441, Marshals? How y'all living? Yeah, man. Cult movies. We're here with the deep dive. I'm Wise Eye, your astral tour guide. We in our occult movie segment, the Decoded, with me, Wise Eye, 33rd Eye, and a few other people, all amongst myself. But yeah, we're gonna enjoy a little deep dive. I want to always have fun with these occult movies. These are like my fun times. I try not to be so technical and serious, but this should still be technical and it's a real deal. So let's just get right into it. House Party 2023 initiated, and this is a very on point, in sync type of energy. Now, we're not decoding the Hollywood rituals, and we're not going to talk about Kid Cudi getting cloned at the end. We're not going to do all of that. This is not the episode. I would love to do that. Maybe we make another episode just for that. But this is going to demonstrate a more guided sense of the storytelling, and we're going to get a little lesson build on demons, and we're going to talk about the energy of a demon and how that walks you through life, and how that shows up in real life, because this is a movie, but there's real life modality with celebrities playing as the characters. So let's get into the first slide. No further ado. For all my people out in Baltimore, shout out. Shout out. This is going to tie directly into my build on astrology with devils and Satan within the astrology world. So check into that, and these are a tandem. Watch both of them together to build a full brisk of what we're talking about, because this is going to have more of the demon aspect. I talked about how Satan and the devil is energized in your chart, why, and how to identify it and where to identify it. Check the playlist. But right here, first slide, movies and music, 12th house energy. The 12th house rules unseen, quote unquote, spirit. The spirit speaks to anyone who will listen. The spirit has secrets to tell you. The spirit tries to speak, quote unquote, your language. So movies and music are powerful spiritual tools. No matter who is in production in them, they all come out from the same source. And ultimately, the manipulation is from spirit and source. 12th house has no limits. Anything goes. So when I say spirit speaks your language, they understand the type of movie you relate to, the type of modalities you relate to, the future progressions that you may involve yourself in, because this is all a quantum energy. So everything is parallel, and it's happening, not parallel, but it's happening all at once, linear. So linearly happening all at once, everything is happening at once. So we experience it in a fashion of kind of like parallel, but you see everything at once. So you may see a movie that talks about something that you may, involve yourself in 5 years later. You may hear a song and you don't quite know the words, but you really love it. And then 2 months later, it ends up happening, however the song happens, and you relate to the song in a more spiritual sense. When you listen to the words, you connect to it, you may laugh, you may cry, you may be like, ha, I did that too. But you can relate to it, and this is your spirit, the unseen, the Neptunian mother energy here to hug, coddle, and develop the relationship with you, because that's all 12th house is about. It's about the unseen, trusting and believing in the faith above. And when I say above, it's really the higher points of your chakra body that's above your 33rd vertebrae. You have a little less as you become an adult, but 33 vertebrae is what you're born with, and that crown chakra, it protects and cloaks your aura. And the stronger you are spiritually, mentally, and physically, all three of those must have an alignment. And the stronger each of those, lean on each other, the more cloaked your aura may fulfill itself. And the ability to tap into the unseen is very, very easy. And you may see unseen. You may hear unseen. There's a clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentient. There's different breakdowns in the way that you receive it. It may not be music and movies per se, but if you happen to watch a movie, happen to listen to some music, next time you walk into Food Line, what song is playing? You might be able to relate through some of these modalities. And there are simple ways to let you know that there's something higher, something greater. Because what's an idea? An idea comes from the etheric realm. It comes from the spiritual realm, the realm of, further and no limits of existence, 12th house type of energy. You're able to bring that back into the consciousness, within the consciousness, and present it in the third dimension, in the 3D realm, and you're able to have something beneficial that had come from an idea of Neptunian, unseen, spiritual essence. So 12th house rules your spiritual and mental health, but has transformative capabilities. It also rules dreams or fantasies. So we also seek the 12th house to get our ability to mentally prepare ourselves, because illusions can present themselves by way of your Venus sign, by way of maybe even your Cancerian moon energy. These energies can be deceiving, or they can prevent you from ascending forward, because you may get stuck on a particular thing that you like too much, and you may abuse it, and you become dependent upon it. That mental health can be something that strays, ultimately needs to be rebuilt, and the transformation of strength is rebonded as you kind of build, destroy, and then rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Next slide. Importance of an understanding what you digest. Music and movies have been hijacked by unethical beings that use these spiritual tools for destruction, i.e. drill music and pornography. And if we think about drill music, it's pretty obvious that music is, that music is creating a world in your mind that has a murder, death, kill mentality. The energy is also a stigma to self-hate, to opposite sex hate. It just breeds death. There's no opulence. There's no magnification of essence that is from aboriginal energy. None of these stories of how the land is rich and developed. We just have to nourish it and begin to treat it well, and we have to take care of it. And the same with pornography. Certain things we watch on TV, even commercials, are pornography. Our social media now, on the Explore pages, there's pornography. There's women working out in thongs. There's actual OnlyFans. There's actual porn hub sites. There's so much convolution that you have to understand what you're digesting on a metaphysical level, because metaphysics explains that you may digest it visually, but that vision is also the same as eating. You can edify it into your soul, and it can program your spirit, or it can program your avatar, never your spirit. Your spirit would just be agitated, irritated. That's where depression and anxiety, these different things come from, because you may be depressed that you thought you had everything made back in the day and you ruined it, or you made this mistake, and what if you had did this? But remember that God makes no mistakes, that the Almighty is in charge, the Most High is in charge of these actions. We're just walking and existing in the script. We're evolving in a intel battle. We're just here to get the knowledge, gain the knowledge. People are giving us tricknology. So this is the age of knowing. Now everyone knows everything. Everyone has a iPad and a computer and a microphone. So now you have to have very clear discernment on what you involve yourself in, because the downloads can be imperative either way, whether to save your life or to ruin your life. So to view or hear valuable digestion allows for downloads or upgrades, or remembering self. To view or hear destructive digestions allows to forget who you are, or spell blind, or literal destruction. These things happen all day, every day. Light code lockdown. That's what this is all about. The spells that they put on us, the visions that they put on us, the symbols and the sigils that they put in our foods, on our foods. They charge our waters up with certain things. They block our existing light. They charge up this moonlight. All these different things. Let's not take it too far and get into the next slide, because this is still house party. So the hero's journey, we're typically talking hero's journey when we're in these occult movie speaking sessions. So Kevin is the hero, Heru. Damon is the demon, aka spirit guide. Kevin is the Amun, the unseen light. Lebron James is the Ra, the physical light. Amun and Ra, Amun, Ra. That's the Egyptian energy, and those deities, they encapsulate a certain ascension protocol, just as each and every culture has done in their own likeness, however they see fit. Oftentimes, these stories are closely related. The Bible stories, the stories of Amun and Ra and Horus and Set is the same as Cain and Abel. So you'll find parallels in a lot of the beginning folklore, quote unquote, religion. They have transgressed into new, more prophetic realms of thinking, because we all have digested new thought waves of what God energy is and how to walk in the spirit of Christ. And for most, they have a certain religion that teaches them how to ascend in the capable standard of spirituality. In my personal opinion, religion kind of preps you and gets you ready for your spiritual ascension. Religion is more of a training wheels type of bike, and you still learning how to stay on point. You go into church every Sunday, you're congregating and doing certain things, but the average church, I'm just speaking on my 80s baby upbringing and coming up in the Baptist churches, doing a little Pentecostal churches, but all these Christian churches, and all of it is beautiful, but you have to understand the levels that you're on and the evolution of it all. So to come out of a religion and to deal with your spirituality is the actual intent and manifestation of putting your mind, body, and spirit all together. So the awareness of all three of those being at play and actively seeking to harmonize those, that's what you, in essence, call spiritual or spiritual journeys. We all are spiritual beings, but some of us choose to neglect that spiritual side and allow whatever else to run it. When you do that, you are less understanding as to who and what you come from, who and what you connect to, and you're less able to work with the unseen. So Kevin is the unseen light in this movie. He's the person that nobody knows. He's the actual brains of the operation. LeBron James is the everybody knows, and the Ra, the sunlight that comes out and feeds everyone in the daylight and goes back into his cave at night. Kid Cudi is the initiated helper. He's a spirit guide, if you will. We'll talk about Cudi in a little bit. He's one of the more important characters through the movie. Kevin is a musician with a dream to sell his beats. Damon, through his own desires, inadvertently ushers him into his own destiny, making beats with Hit Boy and Big Sean. Spoiler alert. In case you was treating this like a thriller, you didn't know what was going to happen next. But Kevin is a musician. He makes beats. Musicians have the spiritual essence. Musicians have the ability to identify rhythm and to exist within it. Aboriginal beings, indigenous beings being the chaos magicians, the chaos wizards, the chaos beings, we have the ability to shapeshift or shift into the energy, if you will. Don't let the shapeshift word go over your head. We're just speaking on chaos magicians are able to transmute and alchemize however they see fit. And in the beginning of transmuting, learning how to transmute the Herus Journey, this is what this is all about. Learning your strengths, your weaknesses, what you can do, what you can't do. Sometimes when you're too scared, you need a daemon to get you into the mess and the mischief. This movie is all about Damon dragging Kevin into some shit. Next slide. Before we get into the movie, we'll break a little bit down of Amun. This is some basic wiki link lookups. What we're talking about, Amun, the Egyptian journey from bringing the unseen into the light and then shining it unto others. So this whole walk, the Amun is the identified energy of knowledge, of self. And you can, if you're thinking astrology, I don't want to really mix it up, but kind of like the Aries, the baby kind of, and the Aries is the initiation. And once you get initiated into Aries, it's time to go. So this slide, the show is about the initiated. 2023, the initiated, the chosen ones were called to the Galactic Council table meeting and sat down and said, these are your orders. Some of y'all, these are your walking papers. Some of y'all, welcome to the team. Some of y'all, sign up to the left. You are being initiated depending on which level of the game you're in. You know what I mean? So a lot of us got initiated last year. This is a very on point, on par movie, because if you don't think Hollywood don't know what they're doing and the way the timing works and the way that they try to, interestingly enough, hijack the frequency with a movie as such, they try to put all of these intertwined symbolisms. They try to replay the stories. They try to get certain things into lock so that it can be a perversion for the future energy. So when you watch these movies, I'm strictly watching them for documentary basis, research purposes, and relation only. Spirit relates very well to me in music and movies. So keep the party going. We're not even going to read all that. Let's get to the next slide. Because demons, the three-dimensional chaos guide. You need a guide on this realm because the chaos be a little too heavy. And the energy is a whirlwind. Sometimes you'll be a little too scared to jump off that bridge. And you need a daemon to just push you. Give you a little push. Just a little bit, you know. The devil is the light bearer. The devil uses his chaos guides to protect one from ultimate danger, as the chaos may become turbulent but necessary as one walks through the fire. Quote-unquote Earth. Damon discovers a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that will forever change Kevin's life. The wisdom gained through this journey is used as fuel for the future. So, Mr. It's Regular, he steps into the job. He's late. He done got woke up. He got his auntie telling him, get to work, get up, you need to go do something. He get to work late. Boss don't like him. Kevin inside already working. He having a good time. He jamming out. He got a daughter to feed. So he making sure he taking his responsibility serious. So he's not doing too much risk taking. He's real straight and narrow. Damon is the complete opposite. He's loose as a goose. Don't get me started. Shout out Boosie. Bad. You know what I'm saying? So he steps up into the mansion late, and he posting a party that he not even able to get because he done messed it up because of the change. That's a whole story in the movie. We're not going to really break down the movie, but I just want to give some tidbits in case you didn't see this movie to understand what we're talking about. Because Damon is a play on demon. Very basic, very simple. And Damon is going to provide wisdom gained throughout this lesson. So off bat, Kevin's been jacked up by the three bullies. The three bullies are looking for Damon because Damon done stole the girl's chain. So you got beef. Kevin got beef. They got beef. They got issues. Kevin in there working. Damon not doing nothing. He's searching, looking around. You looking on the left over here. My boy got a big ass shirt on. You know who that is. That's LeBron James. But he don't know what he dealing with. He just in the house filming, chilling, doing his thug thizzle. Let's get into the next slide because this is the chaos guide that will get you through the doors of hell and you'll get to the gates of heaven. You feel me? He's standing behind the gates. Don't let it go over your head. There go my boy right there. They got LeBron's ring. He done showed Kevin, this is your destiny. Would you like to take your destiny by the ropes? Would you like to take your destiny by the horns? Would you like to take your destiny by the wheel? However you want to verbiage. But the demon walks you right into it. He comes downstairs. He like, bro, put that shit down. Kevin tell him, and he like, look, man, we just got fired. He like, what? No way. Damon don't care about none of that. He like, bro, this is LeBron James' house. Let's throw a party. Kevin like, what? No way. Heck no. No kind of way. Damon like, what? Are you stupid? We can do this. We can take care of your daughter. We can put her behind school. We can get ourselves out of this whack ass job. So Damon had a game plan as foresight. He knew that these things could change lives. He was thinking about his own legacy, and he was thinking about him being a party promoter and having a big fun Project X party so everybody could talk about him and be the party promoter that he is. But he also shouted out Kevin's well-being, and he gave him the confidence to step into the light. He said, like, Kevin, like, you know what? You right. We just got fired too. I got my daughter. What we gonna do? So, the leap of faith to miracles, oftentimes, it needs a guide. You need somebody to guide you. Look at LeBron James. He just grinning. He like, yeah, take the jump. Take the leap. So, chaos magicians, we can be risk takers. You want to calculate your risk and you want to gauge yourself into the proper light. But when you have a spirit guide on your side, a demon to guide you through the perils of life, the shadows and the valleys and all that stuff so that you fear no evil, you need a demon. You know what I'm saying? You need a demon. You need a demon. So, next slide. So let the new life be ushered in. Next thing you know, he done brought his girlfriend over. Her name is Venus. I don't even know if that's his real girlfriend, but he likes her. He brings his DJ over. Tells the DJ no drinking. You on the program. Make sure you hold it down. And Damon, what he doing? He wilding out. You know he wilding out. He done jumped into this man's Lamborghini. He done went down the street with his little $60. Told these people he rich. He having a party. He done invited Maya, Lil Wayne, Titty Boy, all of them, the whole gang. So let the parties begin. Let the bodies hit the floor. Next slide. So we're not going to talk about the whole party. We know how the party went. It was turned up, out of control, too much to handle. Damon has on a white suit. He's the light bearer. Kevin has the initiated outfit, the regular old degular chill outfit on. So them two, they meet my boy Kid Cudi. First, Damon meets Cudi in the beginning of the party. He's straightened up, grilling him. Damon trying to tell him, LeBron's gonna be here. Cudi like, bro, I got this information. What you trying to do? You holding me up. I'm trying to, deliver my guides, my information to my people, my spirit team. You know what I'm saying? Damon like, look, I just take it. And Cudi like, nah, I don't trust you. I'll just wait. Let me know when I can find my bride. Long story short, we get here, but before we get here, Kid Cudi and Damon and Kevin, they end up catching each other in the crosshairs of a melee. Kid Cudi seen the whole shit going down. He knew the whole shit was gonna go down. He knew bullshit when Damon told him that LeBron wasn't there. So basically, Cudi hips him to the whole play. Like, look, the people stole the ring. I took the beating for the guy. Took the beating for Kevin because the boys came and stole the ring, and they beat Damon up. So they didn't get Kevin. Kevin was in there chilling. Hit Boy and Big Sean, they was listening to his demo, or they was about to hear his demo. Not yet, because Damon had to come in and play it. But anyway, Cudi see the whole shit go down. He's the Christ energy. He's wearing the Jesus piece. He's the spirit guide that leads you to the ring. And they go to an initiation ceremony where Cudi knows what's going on. He knows what's happening. But he has to make Kevin comfortable enough to go through with this bizarre feat that must happen. So Kevin is under pressure. Look at his eyes. He is not liking this scenario. Let's go to the next slide because we all know how it ends. They get the ring. Damon ends up getting the ring while Cudi, Kevin, and Damon end up having a sacrifice to the battle, to the death. Cudi ends up sacrificing himself as the lamb, the Jesus sacrifice, quote unquote. And Damon and Kevin get to go free. You feel me? But when they go free, they get back to the party. Party's still out of control. Next thing you know, the sunlight, it rise. Sunlight, it rise. So when you're speaking of the demon and the Damon is about to be squandered in a basketball game of one-on-one, knowing that they could not do anything to really stop what was happening. They offered themselves as the last ditch effort to see if the demon would beat the almighty energy of the Ra. And this is more so the God energy. God versus the devil pretty much. But his spirit God is the demon. And this is Damon. Damon loses, of course. You can't deny the almighty power of the Ra, the sunlight, the executioner. And he takes one for the team, Damon. Kevin goes scot-free because Damon stepped up and said, look, I'll take one for the team. Matter of fact, I'll just take me to jail. Don't even trip. I lost the game. Just take me. Let Kevin go. He had nothing to do with it. I was the one that did it. So, as a deal was promised, Damon takes his ass to jail. Last slide. Next slide. LeBron reaches full enlightenment. Kid Cudi's spirit poem gave him the unknown intel to put him in the flow state. Now, just a quick little tap in. Let's see what my boy LeBron doing. But basically, he says, wow, goes into the flow state. I don't know why my sound isn't on that. But anyway, see, he's on the piano, and you know that jazz energy is the flow state energy. Shout out to the movie Soul and Disney catalog, Pixar catalog. They break down the flow, and once you get into the flow, so LeBron reached enlightenment early. That's how he got to the house and showed up on Damon and Kevin. Anyway, he called himself the GOAT, so he reaches the highest plains and plateaus. You know, you're able to reach those very easily. So, once he gets the unknown intel that Kid Cudi sent him in the poem, he goes into flow state, and he's now able to kick into high gear. The Amun Ra energy is now magnified into one, and the flow state, the God state, the energy where from source is just able to tap in and just move through you. And that's what you say, the Spirit of God, the Spirit of Christ, the Holy Spirit is upon you when you're able to flow and speak as a vessel of Christ. You know, a lot of people have their deities, and the Christ is what's most important. You know, Christ Jesus is particularly one that's important as well, but it just depends on the way that you see your Christ energy, because your Christ energy is your consciousness. Your consciousness is your refined thought patterns, processes. So you're not really judged on the beginning. You're pretty much judged on what you learn and how you refine the things that you learn. So that pressure, that Christ energy is what is the crystallization of your subconscious, and you're able to put a gateway through both. So that's what we have, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. This was a deep dive with Wise Eye. You got your boy Kid and Play. They got the low key shh and the don't say nothing Illuminati quote unquote ritual movement. So you can see the whole little movement and what everybody's allegiance is within this movie. But on a deeper, darker note, more occult note, you have the Herus Journey, and sometimes the Herus Journey is dark and unseen, and you have to navigate your way through. So Kevin got the girl, Venus, and Kevin got the deal with Hit Boy, and he started to make beats, and his life was better, on a better path. Damon did his little sentence, he got out, and his life was all good. So that's how the unseen becomes seen. Just like Kevin, we all can walk ourselves through that journey of unseen and express the actual energy of the Ra, the flow state, and to flow through into, this dimension, into the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, how many ever dimensions you need to exist in before you finish whatever this maze runner is. So peace, y'all. Cash at me outside. Moordreamzllc at yahoo.com if you need a basic astrology breakdown, a transit reading breakdown, if you want to talk about your astral placements for the next 10 years, if you want to speak on the current daily chart and the horoscope energy, talk to me. Like, share, and subscribe now. Subscribe because we're consistently tapping in, and be tuned. Stay tuned. Content is constantly getting created. Eat the thumbs, y'all. Peace, love, and light.